Hello everybody, this is Tallara, and we are back with another episode of our Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. Last time we failed miserably at the Battle of Ostagar, there's no other way to put it, but we did get rescued by Morrigan and her mother. Morrigan has now joined the party, and as essentially the two remaining Grey Wardens, myself, Talon, and Alistair are heading out to try to spread word of the upcoming Blight and recruit some allies to try to stop it. So we're going to leave the wilds now and venture forth. Yes. So as you can see, we were at Flemeth's hut, which was down here in the Corkery wilds. But we are going to head north to Lothering, a small town just off the Imperial Highway at the edge of the hinterlands. So this is the first stop on our grand journey. However, it looks like we have been ambushed along the way. What do we got? Or maybe it's just an important cutscene. This takes place in Denerim. That's the city that I'm from.
I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what
There's
was
the
lost to
traitor.
Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
I hate
Your
you.
Lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most...
Yes, sir.
fortuitous.
Thank you for speaking up, although you're probably going to lose your head. Cheers to you, though. Don't listen to this
Everything I
man's
have done
bullshit.
has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the
I did not
throne.
shirk my duty to the
Neither
throne by
will
leaving the
any
king
of
to
you.
die in the battlefield. What are you insinuating,
The
sir?
Baron will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Yes.
Stand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you.
I'm glad everyone's
Or
not blindly
anyone.
following this guy's lies. Although, like I said, he might lose his head for it, but... worth it!
Van Tegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Van Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, your Majesty?
Dun dun dun! Savage. Also, I did not realize that Caleb was married to, Logain's daughter, so that's another interesting twist. But back to our small party, walking the roads. Doggo? Doggo! Hello? You want me to follow you? Oh, you want me to fight them? Alright, well, it's the least I can do for my sweet, sweet puppo friend. Let's do this! Puppo, why aren't you doing anything? You're fighting nothing. Come on, man! The bad guy's right behind you! You're tired from fighting? Okay, that's fine. We got it. He wags his tail happily and pants. I think this is the Mabari I helped cure back at Ostagar.
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now? Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
I've always wanted a dog like this. Maybe it's meant to be. Happy bark. Please enter a name for the dog. Oh, decision time, decision time. For those of you guys who don't know, IRL, I have a very sweet, gentle, floofy cat named Muffin, who is essentially the opposite of this warhound. But you know what? I think the name fits. Muffin the Mabari. Welcome to the party. Muffin got a codex entry and everything. The Mabari is clever enough to speak and wise enough to know not to, a Ferelden proverb. Talon found this Mabari in the camp at Ostagar. His master was killed in the wilds, and Muffin fell ill from biting the Darkspawn in battle. Muffin seems to have chosen Talon as his new master now, seeking Talon out after the battle at Ostagar and warning of an impending Darkspawn attack. Looks like we got a lot of character entries actually in the Codex that we have not read, so let's pause for a minute and have a little story time. We've got one on Queen Anora. The only child of the war hero Logain Mactyr, Anora has never been one to stay quietly in the background. It is common knowledge that in the 5 years Anora and Kaelin held the throne together, she was the one wielding the power. She is held in much higher esteem than her husband by the people of Ferelden, nobility and commoners alike, and commands the respect even of foreign nations, having once inspired Empress Celine of Orlais to declare, Anora of Ferelden is a solitary rose among brambles. King Kaelin fell in the battle alongside Duncan at Ostagar. Sir Cothrian. Cothrian came to Logain's service the hard way. She began... Oh, she was the general that he gave the order to fall back to. Okay. She belonged to a poor family and was out doing work on the farm when she saw a man on horseback being attacked by several bandits. She rushed to his assistance and found out belatedly that the man she saved was none other than the great hero Logain. Though she was hardly more than a child, he took her in, offering her a position with his soldiers, and she climbed through the ranks through sheer determination. Becoming the commander of Merrick's shield, Logain's elite soldiers, was the proudest moment of her life. Duncan was killed in a battle against overwhelming numbers of Darkspawn at Ostagar alongside King Kaelin. We've got an entry about Arl Aemon. As the maternal uncle of King Kaelin, Arl Aemon is one of the king's most trusted advisors. Redcliffe, while not a large or especially wealthy part of Ferelden, is a critical strategic location. The fortress guards the western pass that leads to Orlais, as well as the major trade route with Orzammar. A well-respected man, though not the most charismatic, King Kaelin once said of him, "My uncle Aemon is a man everyone thinks well of, when they remember to think of him at all." Okay. Kaelin was out here throwing shade at his uncle, but... Anywho. Now we get an entry about Flemeth, Morrigan's mother. I'm sure this is interesting, because she seems to be quite the mysterious character. You are required to do nothing, least of all, believe. Ages ago, legend says Ban Conobar took to wife a beautiful young woman who harbored a secret talent for magic, Flemeth of Highever, and for a time they lived happily, until the arrival of a young poet, Osen, who captured the lady's heart with his verse. They turned to the Chazan tribes for help and hid from Conobar's wrath in the wilds, until word came to them that Conobar lay dying. His last wish was to see Flemeth's face one final time. The lovers returned, but it was a trap. Conobar killed Osen and imprisoned Flemeth in the highest tower of the castle. In grief and rage, Flemeth worked a spell to summon a spirit into this world to wreak vengeance upon her husband. Vengeance she received, but not as she planned. The spirit took possession of her, turning Flemeth into an abomination. A twisted, maddened creature, she slaughtered Conobar and all his men and fled back into the wilds. For 100 years, Flemeth plotted, stealing men from the Chazan to sire monstrous daughters, horrific things that could kill a man with fear. These Corkery witches led an army of Chazan from the wilds to strike at the Alamari tribes. They were defeated by the hero Cormac, and all the witches burned, so they say. But even now the Wilders whisper that Flemeth lives on in the marsh, and she and her daughters steal those men who come too near. Morrigan's mother saved the last Grey Wardens from death at the top of the Tower of Ishal, but just who or what Flemeth truly is a mystery. That is quite the backstory. I wonder if she's still possessed by that spirit. Interesting. I'm sure there'll be lots to find out about Flemeth as we go forward. We've got an update on Logain. During the battle at Ostagar, he fled the field, leaving King Kaelin and the Grey Wardens to die. He then returned to Denerim and declared himself the regent to his daughter, Queen Anora, demanding that Ferelden follow him against the Darkspawn, upsetting a great many of the bands. Like I said, I'm really happy that people aren't just blindly following him. Makes me feel much better that there is some hesitance to believing what he is saying. Next we have Morrigan. Witch of the Wilds? Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? Of herself, Morrigan says little. She does not deny being Witch of the Wilds, but beyond that, everything about her is in question. Her mother claims to be Flemeth. If that's true, The Morrigan might as well be a very powerful witch, for the tales of the daughters of Flemeth tell of twisted, monstrous woman who can kill a man with fear. She was made to accompany the surviving Grey Wardens, the payment, Flemeth said, for saving their lives at the Tower of Ishal. And finally, we have an entry on Ban Tegan Gwerin, which was the guy who spoke up at Denerim. The Bannerman will not bow to you simply because you demand it. Younger brother to Arl Aemon of Redcliffe, and uncle to King Caelan, Tegan holds the Bannerman of Rhaenosphere, a tiny province of Redcliffe squeezed between the Frostback Mountains and Lake Calenhad. Ban Tegan avoids the Denerim court, except to go hunting with his nephew, and rarely makes himself heard at the Landsmeet, preferring to leave politics to his brother. So there you go, that was quite the history lesson. We learned more about some of these characters that we are encountering. We've also apparently gained our party's approval. One of our party members has begun to genuinely like you and respect your leadership. Well, how nice. We can track our party members' approval ratings using the orange bar at the bottom of their character records with C. Who likes me? Alistair? Alistair's +7, neutral. Morrigan is +4, neutral. Oh, but Muffin loves me! +100! Yeah, Muffin. I knew I was your favorite. One thing I want to try to do is I want to see if I can hide my helmet. Because as you guys remember, I keep forgetting who I am even. The helmet makes me look so generic that I don't even recognize myself. So let's take a look through the settings to see if we can find a way to hide our helmet. So after a perusal through the settings and a quick Google search, apparently there is not a way to hide my helmet. So helmet it is. I know it does disappear for some cutscenes, so that's good at least. But alright, we are now a party of 4 again, now that Muffin has joined us. Onward! Continuing to Lothering.
Wake up, gentlemen! More travelers to attend to. Led by an elf, of all things.
Ah, greeted by some pleasant
They don't look much
racism.
like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers!
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
You're toll collectors, then.
Indeed, for the upkeep of the Imperial Highway. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it?
You're fixing the highway? I think not.
Not much gets past you, I see.
It's not really a toll. We're just robbing you, see?
Thank you for putting it so clearly.
A Genlock would have understood that.
Forget it, I'm not paying.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
You can certainly try. No, actually, I'm gonna say, do you really want to fight a Grey Warden?
Did he say he's a Grey Warden? Them ones killed the king.
Traitors to Ferelden, I hear. Tern Loghain put quite a bounty on any who are found.
But are them Grey Wardens good? I mean, really good? Good enough to kill a king?
You have a point. Well, let's forget about the toll. We'll just leave you to your darkspawn fighting, king-killing ways.
Actually, let's add bandit slaying to that list.
And just when we had things settled.
We're not letting you get away with this. Absolutely not. Get out of here. We're Grey Wardens, we protect the realm, and we protect the realm against trash like you, too!
This'll be fun! Someone's going to fall! Alright, we surrender. We're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all.
You picked the wrong target.
Yes, of course. We should have been more careful. I'm sorry.
I want some questions answered.
Well, what could I tell you? We aren't even from these parts.
What's going on in Lothering?
It's packed full. The band took his men north with Tern Loghain, so there's no one looking out for it except a few Templars at the Chantry. Well, I was just trying to feed my family, you know?
Why don't I believe a word you say? What have you heard about any survivors from the battle?
Couple, maybe. A group of wounded ash warriors came by earlier. Got right out of their way.
What news have you heard?
Everyone's saying how the Grey Wardens betrayed the king during the Darkspawn fight. Got him and themselves killed. Tern Logain pulled out just in time. First thing he's doing as regent is putting a bounty on Grey Wardens.
That bastard. Alright, I'm done asking
Well
questions.
then, let me go!
Hand over everything you've stolen.
Yes, yes, of course. The coins we collected are right here. Just over 100 silvers. The rest is in the chests we brought. I swear.
I'm turning you into the authorities.
There aren't any. Just the Templars, and they'll execute me.
They'll do what they must. Come with me.
I'm not going down without a fight.
Okay, fight round 2. They got their just desserts one way or another. What you get for trying to be bandits in times of war. Looks like we got some money from them though, so that's good. We also got a knight's locket. This golden locket bears within it a tiny painting of a pretty brown-haired young woman. It is impossible to tell who the woman might be, but whoever owned the locket was quite fond of her. And a knight's note. The note says... So many of my fellow knights have been searching for the urn. Surely one of them must have found Brother Genitivi by now. Still, until I hear all that is well, I must proceed as planned. Brother Genitivi holds the key to finding the urn of sacred ashes. We always knew this, but I believe I know now where Brother Genitivi lives. I've been to his home in Denerim and found the trail, and I'm amazed that other knights have not done likewise. Unless they have? No, it is best not to get caught up in thoughts of conspiracy. Sir Donald awaits my report in Lothering. I must go to him immediately and report what I have learned. Should anyone find these ramblings, all I ask is that he be informed of my fate. I pray that he complete what I cannot. A note from Sir Henrik of Redcliffe. Poor Sir Henrik, I guess the bandits got to him.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing.
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
Oh god, I hiccuped at everything! What do you want to talk about, Alistair?
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should
This
talk
banter.
about where we intend to go first.
You have some thoughts on that point, Alistair?
This should be good.
I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them?
No, not yet.
There are 3 main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
What do you think we should do? What do you think we should do, Morrigan?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Logain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
Alistair and Morrigan are really like oil and water, hey? Is there a way to contact the rest of the Grey Wardens?
Short of leaving for Eldon to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
Why are you leaving it up to me?
Well, I don't know where we should go. I'll do whatever you decide.
Now that is unsurprising.
Arleman is a good man, but I don't know for sure he's where we should go. I'm not going to fight about it.
I mean, I honestly think going to Arl Eamon first is a good idea. We know, that he is not following Teren Logain, so at the very least we'll have some people who believe us. I think that would be better than just the 3 of us trying to book it alone. So yeah, I think we need to find these people.
I can give you directions, if you like.
Where do we find Arl Eamon?
He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
Alright. But where would Loghain be exactly?
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course.
Yeah, and seeing as last time I was in Denerim, things didn't go well. Probably we won't go there first. Alright, I don't need any more directions for now.
Then you have a plan.
I'm ready to get going.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Are these like refugee camps, or do people just live in tents here? Chickens! Yeah! Bark, bark, bark. I like how it even has a name tag. Chicken. Little kids here.
Wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge.
Ooh, we got some party chatter.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great. Thanks.
Savage, Alistair. Okay. Think about actually, we should check in on Sweet Muffin. Let's give her a pet. I know it's a he, but we're gonna pet her because she's a her in my heart. He rolls around happily on his back. I can't believe you found me all the way out here. So very sweet. Okay. Yeah, these are all refugees. I say as I go to steal their stuff. Oh, we can't because my inventory is full. It's your lucky day today, refugees. I'll be back later once I sell some stuff. Alright.
As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
Are you talking about me defeating the bandits who are literally robbing you blind?
Need something? I don't generally talk to strange elves who wander in here.
Well, I don't generally talk to racists, but you have something against elves?
I don't know you. Why shouldn't I have something against you? We've got enough strangers overrunning us. Nothing but trouble.
I have some questions, though.
Can't promise I'm gonna answer them.
What's going on here?
What isn't? We got chastened barbarians in every farmholder south of Callanhard running from the Darkspawn. Not that they'll be safe here with the army gone.
Who's in charge of this village?
You could talk to the Elder, though she's got her hands full getting everyone on their way. For now, most folks go to Sir Bryant. He's head of the Chantry's Templars.
You don't have a ruling lord?
He's gone to war and taken all his soldiers, leaving us to fend for ourselves. There's not going to be much left when he returns. If he returns.
Alright, I should go.
Don't let me stop you.
Let's go find someone kind of in charge, then.
If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you, there's none to be found.
Okay. Thanks for the heads
I
up.
brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would be safe.
It's better than out in the wilds, I guess.
We were lucky. We had the coin to pay the toll to those bandits. Many didn't.
Don't worry, those bandits won't be bothering anybody else
Just a
anytime
guess,
soon.
but I'm thinking everyone in Lothering is aware of the approaching Darkspawn horde.
I think so, which is good.
Greetings to you, good sir. If it isn't too much to ask, might you spare some bread or anything?
What happened to you?
We thought it would be safer in Lothering, that the Terran would bring his soldiers here. But bandits attacked us and took everything. Our food, our clothes, my daughter's pet lamb.
Not her pet lamb!
Cares about a few elves like us. Surely you understand.
I met those bandits. They're dead now.
You killed them?
That's wonderful news. Perhaps our belongings are still there.
I can't thank you enough, friend. Even if we don't get everything back, it's good to know others will be safe.
I didn't see any lambs, but keep an eye out. Alright. Glad someone is thankful for my services.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able.
I love how we just show up covered head to toe in blood, armed to the teeth, and people are still trying to fuck with us. Is your profiteering ruffling some feathers?
You could say that, yes.
The nerve of these people!
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
I'm not coming in here to drive off rabble. Don't you think you're being a little unscrupulous?
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving.
I think you can compromise and still make a profit, no?
Perhaps. If that woman agrees I'm allowed to charge something.
Do what you must. So long as the price is...
Yay! Compromise!
Fine, fine. Done. And since you don't look too needy, normal prices for you.
So, we have come to solve every squabble in the village personally. My, but the Darkspawn will be impressed.
Thank you for your generous assistance. May the Maker watch over your path.
Happy to help. Apparently Morrigan disapproved of what I just did, but...
I suppose you're looking to buy something.
I like compromise. This guy can make some coins and people can still get some supplies.
Alright.
Plus, I really needed him to stay here because I need to sell all my stuff to him, so... Alright, so I did a little shopping at the merchant, and I got some new armor. Unfortunately, this is what the new armor looks like. Morrigan has got an interesting new head wrap, but it's fine, right? We're doing it for the stats. Oh dear, this is the issue with not being able to hide helmets.
As if we needed more fighting
Blah blah
here.
blah blah blah.
Don't you see how scared
And Eileen spoke unto the masses, my hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one.
Greetings? Smile back.
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
He can't answer you. He's Chanter Devons.
What's a chanter?
One of them that can only say the chant of light.
That's it? He can literally only say the chant of light? What a terrible life.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents and onto the Maker.
It's like a vow of silence then? He can't talk normally?
Unless it's the chant of light, no.
And so Rajmael in the
That is so
heathen
annoying,
temple
wow.
recanted. Speak only the word, sing only the chant. Then the golden city is thine, spoke Andraste.
Okay, anyway, have anything of interest on the board?
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
So I guess that means I'll just look for myself then. Chanter's board. Bandits, bandits everywhere, as transcribed on behalf of Sir Bryant, Templar and Defender of the Faith. Know that all those who prey upon refugees do so under pain of death. The Maker spurns bandits and their kind. The Templars offer a sizable reward for the apprehension or execution of the bandit leaders plying their trade in the northern wood and roads. Beware, the bandits are numerous and of considerable skill. Only a well-armed and well-trained party should brave the deep wood. We pray for the success of any who undertake this mission. Residents of good standing and passing travelers have indicated there are 3 bandit groups in the northern woods. This humble chanter would echo Sir Bryant's caution, lest you wind up another victim to these evil men. The reward for such service is 3 sovereigns. May the Maker look after his children in the hour of our need. Alright, I think we can probably do that. You guys want to say anything?
We have the coin to pay the toll.
These crates.
Bandits. Many didn't.
Ooh, can I pet this dog? No. Can I pet this dog? Oh, this dog isn't real. What a convincing statue.
Have you seen my mother?
That depends. Who is your mother?
She's really tall, and she has red hair. We live on a big farmhold, all of us. Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her.
Uh-oh. Do you know where your father is?
He went with William to the neighbours yesterday, but he didn't come back.
Uh-oh. Alright, come with me. I'll help you look for your mother.
Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village.
Okay, maybe you should go to the chantry, child. Someone will look after you.
I will, but only if I don't find Mother first. So, are you really an elf?
Did the ears give me away?
Father says elves aren't very nice, but you're nicer than everybody here. Thank you for helping me.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, that made my heart warm. Alright, so as you can see, there are a lot of displaced souls here in Lothering. Poor things. We've got the chantry building over there, I guess, and then what looks to be either an inn or like a town hall over there. So, next time in the Great Adventures of Lothering, we will pick up from here and head to try to find somebody in charge and hopefully get some answers of how we can help or where we can go next. Until then, Morrigan says goodbye to you all in her funny hat. Take care, and we'll see you guys next time.